And thankfully, temperatures have cooled down across the region from what they were last week, and we're not having any of those excessive heat warnings or heat advisories across the region today. But looking right now, we can see in Poplar Bluff and Mount Vernon, Carbondale, and in Cape Girardeau, we can see that there are only fair weather clouds right now being observed, and that is going to be sticking with us for the rest of the day, as I don't really expect anything in the way of rainfall for the rest of the day. Now, we can see that temperatures across the region are largely in those lower 80s and maybe a few upper 70s here and there, but largely temperatures are going to be very mild for this time of year, and I really don't expect anything super hot for the rest of the day, with actually I think our high topping out somewhere around 88 degrees. So by 2 p.m. we can see that those temperatures are going to be at 85 degrees. By 4 p.m. we can see that those are going to be at 88. That's, I think, where we're going to hit our high. And then after the sun sets, we can start to see those temperatures cooling back down into those low to mid 70s. And taking a look at the regional radar, we can see back towards our west, we can see that there are storms in Oklahoma, but again, those aren't really going to be impacting us. I really think we're going to be remaining dry for the remainder of the day. And zooming in more locally, we can see that there's nothing on our radar here in southern Illinois, thankfully. So we're tracking several threats for today. We're tracking mostly sunny conditions, but muggy weather, unfortunately. And we're also tracking the chance of rain and also some thunderstorms for this weekend. And then after that moves through, we will see nice, pleasant weather returning for early next week. So we can see hour by hour that by 12 o'clock we're clear, and as our cold front passes towards the south, and we can see that these temperatures, or these dew points rather, are giving us relative, or feels like temperatures very close to what we would see in terms of closeness to the temperature. And we can see by 11 o'clock tonight, we can see that these storms start to move towards the south into the Boot Heel counties and maybe even into our Tennessee counties, but this is not going to be very widespread in terms of rainfall for us. So we can see by 8 a.m. tomorrow, we can see that these feels like temperatures are really close to the actual temperatures, which means that the dew point is very, very low, and temperatures are largely going to be in those mid 70s to start the day tomorrow. And by tomorrow afternoon, we can start to see our next system move up from the southwest, and that is going to be giving us our next chance of rain that we will see on Saturday. But again, by 8 o'clock tomorrow night, we can see those temperatures are warm, and then we can see by Saturday, this is our next system, we can see by Saturday, these showers and storms are really going to be moving in and giving us some rainfall, and some much needed rainfall rather, because we are in a drought. And we can see that the storms should be giving us about a third of an inch down in Sykeston, 0.2 inches in Carbondale, and down in Poplar Bluff could see about a half inch of rain. So that is a lot of rain, or that is much needed rain, not nearly as much as we need to help fix the drought, but I do think that this rain will be much needed. And then by Friday, or Saturday rather, is going to be our best chance of rain. Sunday is going to be, we can see some lingering showers in the morning, but Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday we really dry out, and I don't think that we'll see much rainfall after that for the start of next week. And for those storms on Saturday, we can see that most of us are in a level 1 risk. There's a level 2 risk down towards the south and towards the west near Poplar Bluff, but most of us are in that level 1 risk, and that's going to be for a few isolated strong winds and also a little bit of hail. So looking towards our 10-day forecast, we can see that temperatures today are going to top out in those upper 80s. Friday is going to be warm with a high of 87, and Saturday and Sunday are going to be much cooler with highs only in the lower 80s. And then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we do dry out on Monday with dew points only in the 50s, but I do think that those temperatures are going to be staying in those upper 80s and even low 90s on Tuesday. But for the end of next week and early next weekend, we can see those temperatures in those upper 80s.
Hey, at least overall we're feeling a lot more comfortable temperature-wise, even if today is a little bit more muggy compared to last week anyway.
Yes, it's much nicer than it was last week.
All right, sounds good. Thanks so much, Garrett.